Speed Stick. Hello, everyone. I'm Art Ekman along with former champion David Bailey. What a show last weekend in San Diego. Ricky Carmichael in a thriller defeating Jeremy McGrath. Ricky calling it the most significant victory of his career.
And he rode the race of his life. That's the best Supercross race I've ever seen Ricky put together, all 20 laps. But that's the kind of race you have to ride in order to beat McGrath. This guy puts that much pressure on you. You have to ride the best ever in order to beat him. Well, the bad news is they're back here in Anaheim where McGrath has a great record.
The third member of our telecasting crew, David Coombs, he caught up with the two combatants in the pits earlier.
When the chase for the 2001 EA Sports Supercross crown started, it looked like it was going to be another Jeremy McGrath runaway. After he won the Anaheim opener, we thought we were going to see what we'd seen the last 7 out of 8 years, Jeremy way out in front. Well, that changed last weekend in San Diego when the guy on my left, Ricky Carmichael, gained his first nighttime win. Ricky, what did that victory at San Diego feel like?
Well, it was kind of a big load off my shoulder. You know, for the last 2 years, everyone's been putting a lot of, or the press has been, you know, having these high expectations of me, and I haven't pulled through, and finally I did. And, you know, it was nice. I know I won Daytona last year, but to me, that's not a Supercross. That's an outdoor event. And finally, I won one with the lights on, and, you know, it was a very special win to me. And, I don't think any other win would top that. It was a good, clean, fun race, and I had a good time.
And what about you, Jeremy? Today at Anaheim, can you get back out front and get that 72nd career Supercross win, and more importantly, get the points lead back? Right now, you guys are tied.
Well, I guess if we're tied, I don't really consider I'm in second in points or anything. But, you know, I'm really happy for RC. You know, I remember my first win in 250 class here at Anaheim when I passed Jeff Stanton. And he was the man, you know, at that time. And that, I mean, that did so much for my confidence, and it just made me such a better rider. And, you know, last week we had some great dice in there in the first 8 laps. And, you know, this week in Anaheim, I'm going in with the same game plan. I came to win the race. Everyone else comes to win the race, and, you know, I put in some good riding this week, and I try not to beat myself up too bad after last week's race. And, you know, hats off to RC. He rode a great race.
Well, that game plan has worked for Jeremy McGrath so many times in the past. We'll see if it works again here tonight at Anaheim.
David, Jeremy McGrath is known for coming right back. He is focused. He is on a mission tonight.
Well, you know, he's a dangerous man when he loses a race, and he just got a beating in San Diego. He didn't like it. And last year, Villeman beat him in Phoenix. He didn't like that either, and he won the next 4 races in a row, led all 80 laps. Jeremy needs to win here in Anaheim, where this track suits him a little better than it did last week, because if he doesn't, he becomes beatable in everybody else's minds. He knows he's got to get back on track here. There's more incentive for McGrath here tonight. The first leg of the Vans Triple Crown, a $500,000 bonus to the rider who can win tonight, again in Dallas, and the season finale in Las Vegas. He's never won the first round of the Vans Triple Crown. But tonight, he's at Anaheim, where he's won 7 out of 9 times, including the last 3 straight. With that $500,000 carrot out there, and the fact he's got 3 legitimate title contenders right there with him in the points, I believe he has the motivation and the advantage on the Carter-packed Anaheim track that has been called his house. But Ricky Carmichael has that look now. He knows what it takes to win. So what's the next step? Take a look at the points. Ricky is tied with McGrath, but he is also here in McGrath's house. He says he just needs to stay close until the series heads east and the tracks become softer and more to his advantage. But will he stick to that plan or make a costly mistake trying to prove he can beat McGrath anyway? Another rider to watch tonight is Ezra Lusk. I expect him to step up this week. The track suits him. He's only 5 points out of the lead. He finished second here 2 weeks ago. Plus, he was the last person to defeat McGrath here, winning the opening round of the Vans Triple Crown back in '99.
Thanks, Art. Jeremy, that was a no-nonsense heat race. It looked like Wyndham was getting a little close, then you settled down, gone.
Yeah, I kind of was slipping around a little bit in the middle, but can't say enough. I got a great start. That Mazda Yamaha was right out in front, and I was breathing a little bit hard in the beginning, you know, because I was beating myself up all week after San Diego and trying to forget about it and trying to relax. So, you know, if I can get another start like that in the main, we'll be styling.
How does this track compare to the first Anaheim track we saw 2 weeks ago?
It seems that this track is a little bit more tight. You know, you don't get going the speeds. You don't have the long section of whoops. And some of the, like a lot of 90-degree corners, you know, not 180s. And I think 180-degree corners are where you pass. And this track has a lot of 90s, so the inside lines are going to be faster. Tonight, the most important part is going to be a start. And I got to focus on a start.
Well, if you get another one like you got in that heat race, you should be in business.
I hope so. I hope I'm in business.
Probably the significant win of my career, because it was a long time in waiting, and I hadn't won a 250 Supercross with the lights on. I know I'd won Daytona, but that's not really a Supercross to me. And you know, hey, you know, that win's awesome, but and it wouldn't be as special to me if I couldn't go out and win some more.
Ricky Carmichael makes it quite clear that beating Jeremy in a one-on-one showdown was far from his final goal. But during the back-and-forth battle, he could tell the fans were loving it.
And some of the slow turns where we were kind of battling with each other, you know, stopping and going and this and that, they were so loud, I don't even think I could hear my motorcycle.
In the past, Ricky claims he was too stressed to win. He decided to ride smart and let the wins come to him.
I know what I have to do to win. I know how to win now, so it makes it that much easier. It's like riding a bicycle. Once you learn how to do it, you can do it again.
Ricky, just a little while ago, we watched your rival, Jeremy McGrath, have a blistering heat race win. You come back and match it, but I got to tell you, he was a little faster time-wise.
Well, I made a few mistakes there the first couple laps and didn't get a great start, and Jeremy's a great rider, and you know, we're going to be going back and forth, and I need to wake it up for the main event, and we'll see what happens.
We saw what happened last time, that 20-lap final in San Diego, a race for all ages. Are you ready to do it again?
Well, I'm ready, Dave. You know, I know I'm ready to put in hard 20 laps. I know I can go the distance, and I need a little better start in the main event, and we'll see what we can do.
The stage is set, you and him.
Thanks a lot.
It's a challenge, Carmichael.
I got to tell you, that was an amazing race. You and Ricky Carmichael the whole way. First of all, tell us about the contact.
Well, I don't think it was intentional, really. I think Ricky was holding that tight line in the whoops, and he came in the corner, and I was kind of going middle, fading outside, and then turning sharp and going down. And he came in a little hot, and I don't think it was intentional. That was good racing.
Well, while we have Ricky right here, Ricky, let me ask you, after you guys made the contact, did you give the champ respect? Did you pull out purposely?
Oh, no. I mean, I figured he was going to, you know, get me back, so I didn't want to take a risk of hitting his back tire. But, you know, I kept going in there inside, and he squared it off tight, and I was there. I mean, I don't want to race dirty, so, but it was a good race. It was a good race, you know. I was behind him the whole time, and this track is so slippery, it's hard to charge, and hats off to him. He beat me fair and square.
Hello, everybody. I'm Art Ekman. He's David Bailey. After two hair-splitting rounds of action, a newly formed rivalry has come about. Jeremy McGrath versus Ricky Carmichael. And after such great action in the last two rounds, David, I think we can assume we're going to have a great race here tonight.
Oh, it's going to be a battle. And what leads me to believe that is the fact that Jeremy last week in Anaheim is comfortable there. And when he caught up and passed Ricky Carmichael for the lead, it looked like it was over, but Ricky reached back and stayed with the champ. And I know Jeremy will do the same with Ricky. So these guys are just going to be welded together the whole season.
Now, the news has come out since then that Ricky let Jeremy McGrath by to retake the lead. Will that happen again tonight?
Well, I don't think he'll be that nice. I think that was the mulligan Jeremy gets for the season. And if Ricky has the same opportunity again, I think he's going to be a lot more aggressive. And I think Jeremy knows that also.
Our Davey Coombs caught up with both of the rivals down in the pit area.
Well, I know that the 2001 EA Sports Supercross Series is only 3 rounds old, but it's safe to say that right now we've got a new rivalry on our hands. I'm talking about 29-year-old Jeremy McGrath, the 7-time champion, and 21-year-old Ricky Carmichael, the new challenger to the king.
For Ricky, and past records show, Ricky's had unbelievable success so far in these first 3 races. You know, he's normally up and down, up and down, up and down. Now, I think I'm sticking to my game plan. I'm riding like I should. I'm riding like I know how. It's very normal. But you're right. I need to go out there, put down 20 hard laps each weekend, and win races in a row and get some points, you know. We already have 21 points on 4th place. That's almost the whole race. So my main concern is just to race hard, put my heart into it, not let him run away with any races. And if we have battles, then I'm prepared for that.
Well, the last 2 weeks, it has definitely become quite a battle between me and Jeremy. You know, the last 2 years, everybody has been waiting and waiting for it, and finally it's erupting. And, you know, the last 2 weeks have been great.
Why couldn't this happen like when I was 25 instead of 29, you know? I just got to work harder. It's no problem. I mean, of course, Ricky's going to be stoked about it just because, you know, obviously he's never ran at the front in Supercross that much. So, I mean, yeah, it's good to have a battle. You know, I get tired of hearing everyone say, oh, you're just going to run away with it again and stuff like that. But I enjoy having good races because when you do win, you know you've worked for it.
It's tough. You know, we're both doing really well right now. We're both riding really good, and we both have to be on par that night to win.
Obviously, the Anaheim 2 was a lot more hard work, and I wasn't as precise and all this stuff. At Anaheim 1, it was really easy. It was like, I don't know, it was just like it never really happened. I mean, I wasn't breathing hard or nothing. I just got out there and rode my own race. Of course, it's more satisfying to win Anaheim 2 just because you were in such a battle like that, you know, and obviously that was more satisfying when I won. But hey, I'll take them either way.
I'm not afraid of them at all. Every time I see him, I want to beat him. You know, everybody has. A lot of people look at Jeremy and just automatically, you know that they can't beat him. And I've been wanting to win for a long time in Supercross, and I mean, anybody can be beaten.
Well, Ricky, this is like watching a heavyweight championship bout. McGrath wins a round, you come back and win. He gets up and wins a third round, and then you get off the canvas, and you're back on top again.
It feels good, Davey. Chevy trucks, Kawasaki was running awesome, and my Bridgestone tires were hooking up, and I got a good start, and Jeremy got a bad start, and, you know, if I was in the same place he was, he probably would have checked out on me, and we're both on top of our game right now, and I know a lot of people are dependent on me throwing it away, but I think, hopefully, I'm a new man, and going to try to put some of that outdoor skill in the Supercross.
Next week, you go back to Anaheim, the third Anaheim race. He's won both there. Can you keep him from sweeping?
I'd like to think so. It's definitely going to take a good start, and that's his type of dirt, but we're both going to have to be on top of our game, and if I can stay healthy, I believe I got what it takes.
Good job tonight, Ricky.
Thanks a lot, Davey. Thank you.
A dominating victory for Ricky Carmichael, but a brilliant comeback by Jeremy McGrath to save losing a bucket full of points in this very tight points race. As we take a look at the official results brought to you by Honda, Carmichael, McGrath, LaRocco on the podium with Lusk, Villeman, the top 5, Roncada, Wyndham, Wave, Voss, and Tortelli making the top 10. It was a different type of race tonight, but it was very interesting. And let's go back down to Davey.
Jeremy, that was the effort of a champion. I know you hate to lose, but, man, you lost well tonight. You came back from way back in the pack.
Well, I think from where I started, I did pretty good. I mean, I had a great charge, but obviously you can't let RC get out in front like that and then start 8th or whatever I did. And, I mean, I think I did the best I could for the situation I was in, and just got to come back at him next week again.
It is like a heavyweight fight. I was telling Ricky, you win a round, he wins a round. You go back to Anaheim. That's your track. That's your stadium.
Well, I hope so. I mean, I've had some great success in Anaheim, and it's not that the track was the fault or anything. I mean, Phoenix is a great place to race, and the track was excellent tonight. And, you know, with the exception of that start, I think I would have been right in there. I made a few mistakes in the heat race, and I was only 5 seconds slower. So I figured in the main I was doing all right, but I just was late on the gate.
Well, it's a good charge back. You are still tied for the points, but what's that's worth?
Yeah, I know I'm tied. If the championship ended right now, I guess I'd be the loser, though, so I don't want to be that. And, you know, Gary Semix and I have been working hard last week and trying to get my win built up. I think the tracks are a little bit easier now, and so it's more of a sprint than more of a technical ability thing. And, you know, I felt great on the track. A little nervous riding around the guys in the beginning, but, you know, Gary and I have been working really hard together, and it's paying off.
Good comeback ride.
Thanks.